Hello, first grade students. This is Mr. Begay. It is Tuesday, January 19, 2021. We are going to continue our math lesson for this week. Now, first graders, we've been really focusing on addition equations and subtraction equations. Now, this week, we are going to continue that. Subtraction equations are very easy to learn as long as you're looking at your screen and focusing on what Mr. Begay is doing, okay? When I move the manipulatives around, like the cubes or the animals or wherever, focus on where they are going, so that way you get the hang of this. Now, the cursor is moving onto the screen now. First graders, here's Jada again. Remember, Jada appears a lot now in our math stories. She gave us an equation here to solve, and with a question she wants us to find out. Let's read it together. Follow Mr. Begay. She says, Lori sees 5 red cars and 3 blue cars. Did she see more red cars or blue cars? How many more? How can you tell? Now let's come back up here. Let's read this again, first graders. It says, Lori sees 5 red cars. Okay, so how many red cars does Lori see? 5. So watch Mr. Begay. I'm going to use these cubes as a car, okay, as an example. We need 5 of them in here. Count with Mr. Begay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now look at that. We have 5 red cars now in here. Now we got to keep reading because there's another number here that we need to look at. Jada tells us, okay? Laura sees 5 red cars. Look at that. We already put 5 red cubes here to represent 5 red cars. Then she says, and 3 blue cars. How many blue cars? 3. So look here, Mr. Begay is going to get a blue cube. Let's use these as blue cars. How many do we need? 3. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now look. Jada wants to know now, did she see more red cars or blue cars? So look here, first graders. Which one did Lori see more of? Is there more red or is there more blue? Which one did she see more of? The red ones, because look, there's more red cars than there are blue cars, okay? Now, Jada is asking us, how many more? Okay, boys and girls, I want you to look over here now, okay? Now, pretend that, you see this blue and red? Pretend we X that out, okay? Look, we X this one out and we X this one out. How many more red cars are left? 2. So look, Mr. Begay is going to bring that 2 in here because look, 2 red cars are left after we X these first 3 out, okay? Look at that. These red cars are remaining and there's no blue cars here. So therefore there's 2 more red cars, okay, that Lori saw. Now, keep looking at your screen. I'm going to give you more examples of these, okay? Now, keep looking here. Now here we come to our next problem here. Look right here, first graders. Mr. Begay is going to read this for you first. Just pay attention and follow with me. It reads, 5 cats have blue hats. Let me read it again. 5 cats have blue hats. Now, how many cats have blue hats? How many cats are wearing blue hats? 5. Look, there's a blue hat here, a blue hat here, a blue hat here, a blue hat, and a blue hat. these two hats are different color. Okay, look at that. It's not blue, so we only count the ones that are blue. Look, 5 of them are wearing blue hats. Now let's keep reading. 2 cats have orange hats. Now look, these 2 cats are wearing orange hats. Okay, now look, the question is, how many more blue hats are there than orange hats? Now let's look here at this next problem here. Look right here. They used cubes to show you how to do it. It says you can use cubes to compare. So look, how many cats were wearing blue hats? 5. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They put 5 cubes here together to show you that. How many cats are wearing orange hats? 2. 1, 2. So look, they used 2 orange cubes to show you the difference. Now, let's look over here, boys and girls. It says, you can write a subtraction equation to compare. Look, this is how we do it. This is a review from last week. 5 goes up front because last week Mr. Begay said the biggest number when you're subtracting always goes up front. So look, we have more blue cubes than orange cubes, so 5 has to go in front. 5 minus 2. 2 are these 2 orange cubes right here. And when you subtract them, like I said, if we X out the first 2, you see this one and this one, you take them out, you take this out too, how many is left? How many blue cubes are left? 3, okay? As you see this boy here, he's saying, there are 3 more blue hats than orange hats. So the answer here is going to be 3. Now just keep looking at your screen. I'm going to keep going over this, okay? Now, let's come here to this problem really quick, okay? It says right here, use cubes to write a subtraction equation. Then write how many more. Let's look here at number 1, okay? Mr. Begay is going to read this. Read it with me, okay? Here we go. Peggy draws 6 frogs, okay? Look right here. Peggy draws 6 frogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 frogs here. We got to keep reading. Mike draws 3 frogs. Look down here. 1, 2, 3, okay? So this first row is Peggy's frogs. This next row is Mike's frogs. There's 3 and there's 6 up here. The question is, how many more frogs does Peggy draw than Mike? Now look right here. Who has more frogs? Peggy or Mike? Which row has more frogs? Peggy. Look at here. The ones that Peggy drew that are in yellow, look, there's more of them than they are Mike's frogs. Look at that. There's more yellow ones than they are green ones. So remember, Mr. Begay said the biggest number always goes up front, okay? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 has to go up front. Minus, and then you look here at Mike's frogs. 1, 2, 3. 3 goes here. Now look, boys and girls. Remember, Mr. Begay said you X out the ones that have a top and bottom picture together, okay? When we get rid of these 3, okay? Now, let me use this, okay? You'll probably see it better like this. Look. Let me cover up these first 3 frogs because look, they're under, there's a frog under them, okay? And let me take out these 3 again. Okay, look, you probably can see it better that way. Now look, to find our answer, you just count what's left. How many yellow frogs are left? 1, 2, 3. So look right here. Our answer is going to be 3. Now right here it says blank more frogs. So 1, 2, 3. We have to put 3 there. So let Mr. Begay get 3. Let me put that there because there's our answer, okay? So 1, 2, 3. 3 frogs are left, okay? Because look, we covered these 3 up because they have a top and bottom picture together. Therefore, we can take them out, okay? Now, keep looking at your screen. Let me read this for you. Follow Mr. Begay. If you have 2 groups of objects, how can you tell which group has more? Okay? Now look, we have 3 pigs here, and we have 1 chicken here. Okay? Now, it says, how can you tell which group has more? Before we solve this, first graders, which animal has more? Are there more pigs? Or are there more chickens? Which animal has more? The pig. Okay, look at that. The pig has more. There's 3 pigs and there's only 1 chicken here. So look, to find out how many is left, okay, just like here, like what we did here to the frogs, there's a top picture and a bottom picture. So watch Mr. Begay. I'm just going to cover up this first pig. And I'm going to cover up this chicken. Now, boys and girls, how many pigs are left? 2. There's 2 pigs left. So that would be your answer there. Look at that. 2 pigs are left. So therefore, the answer here would be 2, okay? Now keep looking at your screen. Remember, if you're confused, just keep watching. Here's another page Mr. Begay is going to do with you. Now, let's look here at number 2. Let's read this together. Read with Mr. Begay. Sue has 3 dogs. Now, how many dogs does Sue have? 3. Look at that. They drew it out for you. There's 3 dogs here. Now let's keep reading. Julio has 1 mouse. How many mouse does Julio have? 1. And look, boys and girls, there's no mouse here. So therefore, Mr. Begay is going to put the mouse right there. You see the mouse now? Now here we have Sue has 3 dogs. Julio has 1 mouse. Look at that. I put the mouse down here now. Now the question is, how many more dogs does Sue have? Now, first graders, to do this problem here, you see our subtraction equations right here now. Now, how many dogs does Sue have? How many dogs? Okay, Sue has how many dogs? 3. So watch Mr. Begay. I'm going to come up here, bring 3 here up front because remember, Mr. Begay said the biggest number has to go up front. You can already see, first graders, there are more dogs than there are mouse, okay? The mice. Now, how many mice are there? How many? 1. So Mr. Begay is going to bring 1. Let me put that here. Now, first graders, like I said, we're just going to X out now the pictures that have a dog and a mouse at the bottom. Now, do these 2 have a mouse at the bottom? No. So therefore, here's what Mr. Begay is going to do. Watch me. Let me cover up this first dog so you can see it. And let me cover up that mouse there. Now look, how many dogs are left? 2. So I'm going to bring 2. That's our answer here, 2. Now, it says right here, blank more dogs. All we're going to do is put 2 back in there because that's our answer. So, how many more dogs does Sue have? 2. So 2 more dogs, okay? Now keep looking at your screen. Now, let's go here to number 3. Number 3 says, Tony counts 7 mice. Okay, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 mice there, okay? Now let's keep reading. He counts 5 more mice than Marie. Look down here, they drew again 5 mice, okay? Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's our question. How many mice does Marie count? Okay, now, first graders, which row has more mice? The blue row or the brown row? Which one has more mice? The blue. So look, to do this subtraction equation, since there's more blue mice, you count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, you're going to put 7 there like that, okay? Like how Mr. Brigade did, I put 7 up here. Now, we come down here to the brown mice. How many brown mice are there? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Mr. Brigade is going to grab 5. I'm going to put 5 there. You see that? So we have 7 minus 5 equals. Now, to get our answer here, first graders, remember, if there's a top animal and a bottom animal like this, all we do is just X them out, okay? You can see right here, these 2 mice don't have an animal underneath it. So to do this, watch. Let's cover up these first 5. And let's cover up all these mice here. Now, how many blue mice are left? How many? 2. So our answer here is going to be 2. Okay, watch. 7 minus 5 equals 2. Because look, there's 2 mice that are left. And so right here, you're just going to put 2 again. So look, 2 mice are left. Now, let's look here at number 4. Now look, it says, how many more bluebirds than yellow birds? Use the picture to find the missing number from each problem. Now look, first graders, just look here at number 4, okay? As you can see here, we need a number here. Other than that, they plugged in the other numbers for you. It says blank minus 3 equals 1. Now, first graders, we have blue birds and we have brown birds, okay? Now, this 3 right here, does that represent the brown birds or the blue birds? What does this 3 represent? The brown birds, okay? The brown birds are 3 because look, 1, 2, 3. So 3 has to go there. Now you're going to have to count now the blue birds. Let's count how many blue birds there are. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many blue birds? 4. So watch. Mr. Brigade is going to give 4. I'm going to put it there. Now look here. Our subtraction is done for us. Our equation is right here. 4 minus 3 equals 1. Because if we X out these blue and brown birds that are on top and at the bottom, it's going to leave us, look, with 1 blue bird. There is no brown bird at the bottom here. So look, this number 1 is here. Okay, this blue bird just comes here as 1. Other than that, these ones, X out, okay? Now let's come here to this next number 5. Now first graders, we have a subtraction equation here, but look, there's a number missing. We got to get that number here. Now look, 6 is up front here. Does it represent the blue birds or the brown birds? Which one does 6 represent? The blue birds, because look, if you count up the blue birds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, there's 6 blue birds. Now, all you have to count is the brown birds now. How many brown birds are there? Count them. 5. So look, Mr. Brigade is going to get 5, and I'm going to put 5 there. So look, 6 minus 5 equals 1. Because look, if we X out the blue and brown birds that are at the top and at the bottom, only one blue bird is left. Look, there's no brown bird right here. So look, our answer is going to be 1. 6 minus 5 equals 1. Now, keep looking at your screen, first graders. Now, let's come here to number 6. Mr. Begay is going to read this for you, okay? It says, 4 fish are in a tank. 2 fish are sold. How many fish are still in the tank? Write an equation to match the story. Then tell how many. Okay, now first graders, let's look back up here at this first sentence, okay? I want you to start just doing that. Go sentence by sentence. It says here, 4 fish are in a tank. Now, how many fish are in the tank? 4. Now, let's grab 4 of these fish. Let's put them here. Okay, so we have 2 now. We need 4 of them. Here comes 3. And here comes 4. Let's put it like that so that way you can see it. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4. We now have 4 fish. These 4 fish are in the tank. But let's keep reading. It says, 2 fish are sold. So how many? We have 4 fish in the tank. Now how many of these fish, how many got sold? 2. So watch Mr. Begay, okay? But first, how many are here? 4. So look, we have to put 4 up here. So watch Mr. Begay. I'm going to get 4. Let me put it up here. Now there we go. We have 4 up front. Now how many were sold? 2. So Mr. Begay is going to get 2. I'm going to put it right there. Look at our subtraction equation here. It says 4 minus 2. Now to get our answer for first graders, how many fish were sold? 2. So let me cover up these 2, okay? Look, 1, 2. Let me cover them up. Now when I cover them up, how many fish are still in the tank? How many? 2. So our answer here is going to be 2. So that's what your subtraction equation is going to look like. 4 minus 2 equals 2. Because look, there's 2 fish left. Down here at the bottom, you're just going to write that answer again. You're going to put 2 fish, okay? So Mr. Begay did this for you. Keep looking at your screen, okay? Now that's your answer here. Now let me move this out of the way. And let me move these fish back, okay? It's very good you get to see that. So that way you can probably get that picture now formulated inside where you're thinking. Now, let's come now to number 7. Number 7 says, okay, Louis sees 5 green frogs. How many green frogs does he see? 5. So we have to put 5 up here, okay? Now just keep watching. Let's keep reading. He sees 1 blue frog. How many blue frogs does he see? 1. So look, I have to put 1 here now. Now look at our subtraction equation. 5 minus 1 equals. Now it's asking us, how many more green frogs does Louis see than blue frogs? Write an equation to match the story. Tell how many more. Now first graders, 5 is the big number. Now here's what I want you to do. In your hand, hold up 5 fingers. Hold up 5 fingers in your hand. Now 5 fingers should be sticking out now, okay? Now I want you to put 1 finger down. Put 1 finger down. Now how many fingers are left on your hand? There should be 4. So your answer here is going to be 4, okay? So 5 minus 1 equals 4. And then right here it says blank more green frogs. You're just going to put 4 back in here, okay? So 4 more green frogs, okay? There are. So our answer here is going to be 4. Now, first graders, let's look right here now at this problem here. Now it says, ready? Repeat after Mr. Begay. Draw some yellow flowers. Draw more red flowers than yellow flowers. Write a subtraction equation that tells how many more red flowers than yellow flowers there are. Now look here. Instead of using flowers, let's use these teddy bears. We have red teddy bears and we have yellow teddy bears here, okay? Now, just by looking at this, first graders, which teddy bears have more in them? Is it red or yellow? Which one has more? The red one. So how many red ones are there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what number goes up here, up the front? 4, okay? So you gotta put 4 up there. Look at Mr. Begay, I put 4 there. Now, how many yellow ones are there? 2. So look, 2 comes right here. Now first graders, 4 minus 2. Remember, Mr. Begay said, you X out the picture that has a picture at the bottom too. You see these two? Do these 2 red ones, do they have a bear underneath them? Is there a bear at the bottom here? No. So watch, Mr. Begay, let me use this so you can really see it. I'm going to cover up these first 2 bears, and I'm going to cover up these next 2 bears. Now, first graders, how many red bears are left? 2. So your answer here is going to be 2. There's your subtraction equation. 4 minus 2 equals 2, okay? Now, go ahead and get a paper and pencil now. Get a paper and pencil. When you get your paper and pencil, I want you to copy down numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? This is your homework. I want you to draw these cubes, and I want you to give me your answer here. Make sure you copy down these questions and your subtraction equation, okay? When you get done with number 1, you're going to come here to number 2. You're going to draw the cubes. Tell me the answers here, okay? Same thing for number 3. I want you to copy that and try to read it, and then give me your subtraction equation, okay? Same thing here. Copy this down and give me your answers here. You have number 1, 2, 3, and 4 to do for your homework. Let me give you a hint, first graders. Remember, the biggest number always is going to go up front. Now, if you forget how to do this, rewind the video to the beginning and rewatch the whole thing. Now, when you are done with numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, make sure you put your homework in a folder because you are going to return that on Friday so I can grade it. Now, go ahead and keep doing your assignment and go ahead and pause the video right here because Mr. Begay is going to log off here in a bit.